implement technology for the sake of implementing technology, then we're going to get a misaligned outcome. No way around it. But if we focus on, hey, we're trying to solve a specific problem or a set of specific problems, I think that really is that focusing lens to making sure you're going down that right path. But I think there's other questions you have to ask, and there's other questions I've learned in my career. And I think the next question you have to ask is it a problem that's worth solving now? We have a limited amount of resources in healthcare. We have a limited amount, and those resources are not just money. It's also time. There's only a limited amount of IT resources. That's a finite resource if you think about it. And we want to make sure those resources are aligned to the most strategic problems our health systems are trying to solve. If we're going to get anywhere in provider healthcare, it's because we're aligned across the board. And IT is aligned to the organization operationally and strategically to making sure that we're getting things done tactically and strategically to drive the mission of the organization. And sometimes that problem is worse. Maybe that's a problem, but maybe that problem is not a problem we need to solve today. And maybe we backburner it to a certain extent, or we think about it and say, okay, let's think about this down the road, or we spend a little bit less resources on it, or we're going to come back to it again in a month or two. Change management in healthcare is very complicated. And if you think about it, it really is about bringing the right stakeholders whose work is going to be affected to the table so they can make sure that they're part of that design process. Where I've seen change management fail in organizations is when anybody, whether it's IT or the business operations team or anybody, went away and did something completely disconnected from the rest of the organization. And it could be anything, literally. And then brought it back and said, here you go, this is your new thing. And a lot of times it fails to address a lot of the concerns organizations have, with a lot of the processes organizations have. It fails to take into account or take advantage of the knowledge the organization has about how something works. And ultimately, you've lost that buy-in and it fails. Healthcare change management is about bringing the right people to the table and asking yourself the question is, whose work is going to be affected by this? And bringing those folks to the table, along with the operational and the IT elements to support them